Hi everybody and welcome back to another Code Quick video. In today's video I'm going to be giving you a quick overview of Visual Studio Code. This is a really awesome and powerful text editor which is really popular in front-end development. I've been using it about 3 years now. Before then I was using Sublime Text and I used Brackets as well, which was a really cool program. But I just saw that everyone was jumping on this one, so like I said, I've used it for the last 3 years, and I've been running it on Linux Mint as well, and it works absolutely fine on Linux. So you can download it free from their website, code.visualstudio.com. It's free to download. Let's jump into it. So this is the main text editor, or the main program itself. You tend to be greeted with a getting started screen. You can make a new file, you can learn the fundamentals. These are pretty cool to go through. It's a very powerful piece of software and there's a lot you can do, and it really helps refine your programming, makes things quicker and faster and easier to run, etc. So this is in a tab at the top here, so you tend to have different tabs across the top like you do in a web browser. So if we start with this side panel here, this is the activity panel or the activity bar. At the top we've got a file explorer. And this is where you can open up a file or you can open up a folder. I tend to open up a folder. So if I'm working on something, let's open up my HTML folder that I've got there. And you can see I've got access to all the folders inside of there as well. And within there I've got different files. Now it's automatically opened up a couple of tabs here. So I've got an index page and a style. So you can have as many things open as you want here. I've got a picture of a guitar there. I can drag that into the top, so it even opens and displays JPEGs as well. And we can close this Explorer panel there, so we've got more room when we're programming. Okay, and I tend to have it zoomed out a little bit, but for the purpose of this video, I'll keep it zoomed in. So yeah, that's the File Explorer with the different tabs. Next we have a search function where you can search for any parameter within your file that you're working on. We've got anything called content. We've got many things called content, okay? So it's a handy search function if you're looking for something in particular. Below that we've got source control and Git. So you can have Visual Studio Code set up to Git. So you can sign into your Git account and then you can push to GitHub. So down here you can see that I'm signed into GitHub. So any changes that I make, I can access my Git here. You don't have to push things to the staging area like you may do in the terminal. Every time you've got a change, you can just come here, you can put your message in, and you can press submit, or commit rather, and that will push to your repository, local or remote repository, and get updated on GitHub. So that's really cool. So that feature is built in, which is really cool and really handy. Below that you've got a debugging feature if you're running any code that you want to debug. And then below that we've got the extensions, which are really cool. So the extension store is excellent. The one that I've got installed on this program at the moment is the live server. So if I click on that live server, I get this in a tab, and I can keep this open while I'm programming if I need to. Not that I ever do with this live server one. You've got a bunch of different information here and change logs and what have you. But with a live server, you can see down the bottom here, I can go live. So on the status bar I can click go live and it will start, and there is my live server ready to go. So if I've got a file, I'll quickly show you that actually while we're here. If I jump to a index.html file there, I can right click and go open with live server, and it starts running my page there. So any edits that I make to that, so it's called City Marketing, if I put a few T's in there, it comes up straight away. So as soon as I click save, it refreshes on the live server. So that's a really cool feature, a really cool extension to have on board. So that's down the bottom there in the extensions. You can search for anything here. So if you type in CSS, we will probably get a ridiculous amounts of results. So you can see, let's make that a little bit wider. CSS support, it's got 8.5 million installs, 4.2 million. So you can see a lot of people use this. It's a incredibly powerful bit of software with some incredible extensions in there, which can do all sorts of things for your code. So this, for example, is HTML. If we come down the bottom here, we can see the language. So again, if we type in any language, we've got Java, we've got JavaScript. You've got Ruby as well. So you've got everything in there. Any language you can think of is pretty much going to be in here. So you can see the big list of them there. Okay, so it supports pretty much everything. So that's pretty much it. Down the bottom here we can see we've got our master branch for our Git. And we can see we've got no errors either. We've got the usual file explorer, so we can create a new file and create a new folder and open recent. And there's a bunch of settings. I'll quickly show you the settings here. As when you click on the settings wheel, there are many options you can choose from. Keyboard shortcuts is a really good one if you're into your keyboard shortcuts. And then you've got your general settings here as well. And I recommend if you're looking for something to type it in to the top here, and you'll be able to find what you're looking for. So that's just a general overview of Visual Studio Code. I definitely recommend it. Like I said, I've used it for a few years now. It's a really powerful bit of kit. Really good. So I definitely recommend it. And it's free to download. There's a ton of support for it, a ton of great extensions, so I recommend checking those out. Yeah, so that's it. So I thought I would just show you the code editor that I'm using while I'm doing my videos. So if you want to jump onto this one, you can go on their website and download it for free. I'm certainly not affiliated with those guys in any way. But yeah, I hope you found the video useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.